So when you're looking at a confidence interval, you always end up with a lower bound and upper bound. But where in that confidence interval is your parameter of interest? Is it at the top? Is it at the bottom? Is it in the center? Well, most people want to say that it's in the exact center because we do know that there are values there, but those values, remember, are our point estimates, which here we've used p hat and x bar in this unit. We know that they're in the center because we use them to add and subtract to get our lower and upper bound. But that is not where p or mu are, not necessarily. So when you calculate a confidence interval, remember that when you interpret it, you say that it's between two values. It's between the lower bound and the upper bound. So if you're saying that your parameter is between, that essentially means that it's somewhere in the confidence interval, but you're not sure exactly where. So when you finish calculating a confidence interval, it's meant to contain your parameter of interest, but it's not a guarantee where it is or that it's inside that interval. We know we can be 95% confident it's in there or maybe 99, but we're not guaranteed of where it is or that it's actually contained. So then when you're comparing confidence intervals, if you have two like is shown in the red and the yellow, we can't say necessarily that the yellow is greater or has a greater parameter than the red because there's a portion of the intervals that overlap. And because we don't know where inside the interval our parameter is, we can't say for sure that the yellow is greater even though it has a majority of the interval above the red. The time that we are able to say that one is greater than the other is if there is no overlap. So because we know that the parameter is contained somewhere inside of the confidence interval, if the entire confidence interval is above, we can say that it's higher. Or if the entire confidence interval is below another confidence interval, we can say for sure that it's lower. But again, we're only saying that with the 95%, 99%, or whatever confidence level it is that you have for that particular interval. So remember that a confidence interval is meant to contain. We don't know where the parameter is, and if there's no overlap, you can say which is greater. See you in future videos.